6 for a win.
You're not going to do much damage.
I want to see you turn into a tiger.
I will.
Polar the Tigress. Of this 05. But without further ado, we will be going into the Gorge. Casters, lead the Gorge.
Thank you very much, Sagi. Thanks for leading us to the Gorge as he leads us away from the spicy talk with Hauler here. But no, match point potentially here for the side of Nova Esports, and Loops has to do everything they can to get a point onto the board.
Call me, man. Call me. No, but as we go into this game, match point Nova Esports looking to end this series, end this game off of this draft. The Yangjian is going to definitely be on point. Kongmin is something that you need to fear as well. But Loops with this pay draft, they need to get going very quickly. I believe in Loops.
You believe in Loops. You believe in Loops, you believe in the win of Vento and maybe even ABH here. But yeah, you're right. Obviously, we do need to see a very aggressive start here from the side of LPS. But at the same time, one is taking too much enlightenment from the Dharma.
Yeah, he doesn't want to be enlightened that much, right? I mean, just go slow. He wants the slow and steady. He'll read a book at the end of the day. But Loops right now in the top lane. Freaks, he's got to just kind of trade. You don't want to lose too badly against Xuan here in the top lane.
Yeah, Loops one, he's going for the self-help book, right? He's going just straight for the top shelf. He's like, you know what, I don't need those fists to the face to learn a lesson. But speaking of learning lessons, Vento's taking quite a bit of damage into the bot side of the map here.
Yeah, just trading away. Not the end of the world for him. But again, it's all about kind of, just slowing it down. Vento has been struggling, right? In terms of the draft, they were focusing. They were banning so many of his heroes. And he's kind of in the bottom of the barrel in the sense of the console. It's a decent hero, not the worst. But you got to kind of make up for it, especially going up against D-Renji.
Exactly. D-Renji, I mean, especially against that Spark Forge dagger as well, right? Like, yes, the protective winds can get rid of the physical damage, but not that magical damage that comes from that item.
Yeah. I mean, you're going to have to item as quickly. You got to get that farm. I mean, as any farm laner, you do need space and time. I think that's very consistent. But Nova Esports, look at how aggressive they are. Even taking the boars, they've sent 4 members.
Exactly, they just want to kind of like get away any kind of resources here from ABH.
Oh, Xuan, he's actually looking to fight this one. The Formless he's actually turning this around. The rogue charge, the shields are just enough, and Xuan will give up first blood. But that was so close. Wendy looking to go flash forward, not able to find it. He takes some tower shots, but finds Freaks. Wendy looking around, knows that ABH might be in the wings, and Wendy realizes that he's in the brush, he's going to give up his surge.
Yeah, I feel like Wendy knows how to party. He's like, shot from the turret.
Man.
The T1, but still able to survive. But speaking of which, ABH had a bit of a miracle there as well.
Yeah, I think it's funny that you say that when Nova's winning, you're like, shot. I think you're alluding to something, am I right?
You know it.
Yeah, but Loops here, they need to do whatever to get back into this one. This is looking to be a tough series to come back to, down 0-2 at this stage.
Exactly. I mean, they do have the kill on the board, right? Like, that's the good thing they got going for them. It kind of alleviated the distance they had within the gold region there as well. So having that extra bit of a boost bonus from the first blood here, but is it going to be enough to carry them through? Can they keep that momentum going?
It's about the momentum, right? I mean, they're 500 gold behind. They have not really been... I don't think they've been winning in terms of the gold lead at any moment this series, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think for any series, they were definitely in game number 1 where they were kind of like flirting between that line there, but now we see CY going into it. They've got a guard mode right now, and the damage coming through.
One so low, and the rest of Loops are just kind of body blocking and staying under that tower, keeping them alive. That could have been very bad.
Very bad indeed, right? The takedown of 1 minute, that they have very little CEC, and especially when you get into the 4-minute mark here as well. You really count on that Silk imprint to try and put a little bit of AoE pressure onto the side of Nova.
Yeah, and now Vento, he's been largely quiet, great. He's using those Oak Bolts to continue to farm, but Vento has been the guy. He needs to get going, needs to carry this team to victory, and it looks like Nova Esports taking the Tyrant here.
Ooh, Nova getting an extra bit of a Tyrant buff here. It would have been great for Loops. That would have been a great pickup here for Loops, but at the same time, I feel like ABH has just had not quite the most definitive start within the jungle here, but he's also faltering at the EXP level as well.
Yeah, falling a little bit behind, and that's kind of scary at this point, but the teleport in the bottom lane, they want to potentially fight this, but it looks like, hey, ABH is going to teleport, but he's like, actually, I don't want to fight. I'm a passive dude.
I mean, if you're being paid, you don't want to be a pacifist, right? I mean, I know they both start with P, but at the same time, you need to be aggressive on this Tiger Rush. You need to make sure you're claiming every bit of jungle for your own. and taking some of the enemy's jungle as well. But at the same time, we are seeing a bit of a pressure here at the top side of the map. Freaks actually getting a potential first turret here.
Yeah, Vento actually flashing away. He's going to try to get bounced off of CY, and it looks like he's going to bounce himself into the grave.
Yeah, he's like, I'm going to flash away, but I'm going to jump back on you. Like, it's a little bit of like, don't kiss me, but kiss me.
I think you're speaking from experience on that one, are ya? Huh?
I'll tell you more later.
That will be a conversation. But it looks like Muchi in the bottom lane just mowing it down very quickly, right?
Yeah.
The Nova Esports taking any sort of gaps, and the fact that you got that pick off, opening it up the game.
Yeah, exactly. Open up the game, open that T1 bot side and top side of the map here for either of these two teams. But it looks like it's a very more dominant approach here down to the bot side of the map. The Oak Bolt's being used here just to clear out that minion wave, but Nova looking to have that T1 in the mid lane's number, but keeps a hold of it for now.
Oh, heaven and earth mode by CY, and look at how aggressive they are, just completely posturing, taking the bottom T2, and yeah, the Silk Ore pulling them around. The Umbrella Outburst with the save, and CY just flexing and rolling off of all the shots. They take the bottom T2.
Yep, taking that one. I mean, Waypick getting the John Fay. I remember Circleo just being an absolute fan of this hero and player combination, right? And it's showing reason why. I mean, every Unbridled Outburst to this moment in the match has been fantastic.
Yeah, he's one of the best, right, on this John Fay. Waypit making plays on this roam. Like, it's so much impact. And yes, Mono Fraser is very good on the Lian Po, but they just haven't really been able to find that team fight.
No, exactly. The team fight hasn't come through for them yet. I mean, they commit a lot to try and get that Tremor Smash. And I mean, you're really looking onto either Wendy or Muchi, right?
Oh, he actually got tethered back. That threw it off. And CY with this steal as it was healing up. And Luke thought they could just kind of pull away with it, but not able to find it. Freaks now looking for the Razor Cavalry, only pushing back one. They find Schwan. He was in a bad spot, and they do get the pick. But Freaks is going to be traded away. The Tremor Smash is on point, but it looks like he doesn't have enough shields to keep himself alive. One is taking a decent amount as well, and Nova Esports will take the trade of 2 versus 1.
I feel like that was so poetic. The friends died together, right? Obviously, we saw Freaks take down Schwan, and then Freaks was like, brother, I'm sorry, I've got to go too. I can't handle this pressure. We've bonded so much offline, and now onto the Gorge. We are enemies, and now it's opening up this base for Loops as the T2 into the mid gets taken down.
Yeah, I mean, it's a better love story than Twilight, am I right?
Oh, absolutely.
But taking that one out and taking 2 members of Loops, again, just opening up the door even more for Nova Esports as they're looking to, again, control the map and suffocate them like they did in games 1 and 2.
Yes. Roll is the name of the game here on the side of Honor Kings. It's not about those kills. Kills are very low statistically so far throughout KIC. It's all about getting the gold lead, getting away any kind of these small objectives like the Azure Golem, stealing that away, stealing away the Crimson Golem as well. It doesn't necessarily have to be those big neutral objectives.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be, but I mean, taking the towers is like the name of the game at this point. Yeah. I mean, being able to control the waves, and Nova Esports are one of the best when it comes to the macro game.
Yeah, I mean, if we're just looking at like a separation of the players into their own roles, right? Obviously, you see here CY 3-0-0, and obviously having a little bit of a gold lead over ABH, but ABH not having the most critical or at least impactful game here onto the pay, because it goes back to the point you were making, right? If he doesn't get that early game, he basically just becomes a ranged minion, and so far, that's what we're kind of seeing here.
Yeah, we're definitely seeing that, which is a bit of a worry, right? Like, this is it's falling further behind, and you had that late game advantage. The Umbrella Outburst on a 3, but pushing them further into the base. They're not able to get any sort of value out of that one, but it's still, they're pushing them back. If anything, they've kind of chipped away at that mid T3.
Yes, the T3 is starting to take a little bit of damage here as well. Maybe like 2/3 of health here, but they're looking to try to put the pressure onto the top side of the map. And this is the beauty of, obviously, the D-Ranger as well, right? Every third token is extended range. You don't need the minions, especially at that T2 territory.
Yeah, don't need the minions. That's going to be key for them. I mean, he can just siege whenever he wants, and that's got to be frustrating for Luke, who are kind of working around. Because, again, you want to slow the game down as much as possible. The Hound is up in front if they want to make the jump, but they're going to slow siege this top T3. They want to kind of defend, but the minions are going to be shielded, and they take the top T3.
Protect Madame Minion, right? Like, they were able to get that T3 top side of the map here, really going to create the pressure as well into the clash lane for the side of Nova onto Loops. And you're looking at this goal lead as well, man. It's starting to look a bit hairy as we get into the 10-minute mark. This could be the point of session here for these two teams.
I mean, up 5K, not the end of the world.
Nope.
I mean, the comebacks have happened, but this is going to be a tough ask. I mean, you're going up against Nova Esports, one of the best in the business, and trying to find ways, or when they make mistakes, and Nova Esports right now, not making any.
Not making any at all at the moment, right? I mean, they've obviously dropped 2 kills, but that's not due to a mistake. That's due to the efforts of Loops here, getting these kills, but unfortunately not being able to transition anything into that kill.
Got mid T3 looking to just get completely taken down at this. Well, now they're deciding to go CY, looking to go in and gets the truth on the 3, setting it up. Juan is so good. The double kill by CY. He's on clean up. The Crystal now is under siege and needs to be careful. Abe trying to stay alive, but the Crystal's at half-life. Juan is very low himself, but they don't have the minions, and now Nova Esports looking to go with that 3rd shot, even from Muchi, continuing on with the pressure, but the back door is still up. They're waiting for the next minion wave. Mono Fries are at about half-life, and now they have to be backed off. The winning strategy picks him off, and it looks like Nova Esports are going to take Game 3 in the series.
Another 3-0 for day number 2. I mean, Loops, they tried in game number 1. They really gave their darndest. They got hit with the statement piece.